If we spoke about Metallica, we have to speak also about the alter ego of Metallica, that I'm speaking about the band Megadeth. Everybody knows the whole story how Megadeth became a band when Metallica threw out of them at Dave Mustaine, and from these days until now, okay, we can say that today there is not a conflict as it was before some years and decades, but this conflict between the metal society was so strong. So until now, people they ask many times, who you prefer? You prefer Megadeth or you prefer Metallica? Always we have to give an answer. If they ask me, I am saying I prefer both of them. A little bit more Metallica, but I prefer, of course, both of them. And we pray for Dave Mustaine, for his health, to have power, to be healthy near in our days. Now, if we're speaking about their albums from the worst, and we can make to rank their album from the worst to the best. If we're speaking about the worst to the best about Megadeth, in my personal opinion, they have 15 albums. Their worst album is Super Collider. Super Collider, that we can understand why they made this album. Here we can't find something good about Megadeth, unfortunately. Next I will put the album Risk. Here Megadeth, they tried to make the difference as Metallica made the difference of their sound in the albums of Load and Reload. So in these years, Lars Ulrich of Metallica said that let's see if other band can make a Risk like us. And so Dave Mustaine, he made the Risk, and for this reason, one of the reasons that the album is by the name Risk. Okay, also they changed the logo of them, and here we have the album. That this is not exactly Megadeth, except of the song Time. Unfortunately, this is not the original Megadeth that we know. In the next place, I will put The World Needs a Hero. Here, Megadeth, after Risk, they tried to be metal. And they made this album that this is not exactly Megadeth. The same story about Metallica. Metallica, after Load and Reload, they tried to be even more metal, and they made Sit Anger, that it was not exactly Metallica. The same thing with this album here. Also here they made they took a song that was very close to the song I'm Evil, with the riff of the song I'm Evil of Diamond Head. Okay, and many people they said they stole the riff from Diamond Head. Okay, but let's say that without Diamond Head, also Metallica and also Megadeth, they would not be bands. In the next place, I will put 13. This album is not bad, but it's not also good. If we put this album next to other albums of the best albums, this is not exactly what we expect, but this is not a bad album. Afterwards comes United Abominations. Many people they didn't like this album, but I can say that this is a little bit more thrashy. I'm a little bit more thrashy, and I prefer it, for example, from other albums of them in their last period, not in their. Let's say that Megadeth, they have some periods. The first thrashy period, the best period that is. The best period is the period of Marty Friedman and Nick Menzer, rest in peace. Okay, now, and afterwards we have the period that they're between ups, they have ups and downs all the time. Now, here comes afterwards the album The System Has Failed. Also a very good album, a very good album. Here also Chris Pollard from the two first albums came back, and here this album it had to be a solo album, but at last Dave Mustaine made it as a Megadeth album without Elvis, as there was a war between them, but of course it's a very good album. Afterwards I will put Cryptic Writings, because it's a not bad album, but it's not exactly as Euthanasia and as Countdown to Extinction. Next I will put one of the best albums in the last period, and I speak about Endgame. Here, of course, this was a very good album. Next, their debut album, their first album, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. The album is not bad. Also, it's very thrashy, even the more thrashy album of Megadeth. And here we have also the song mechanics. This is the same as the Four Horsemen of Kill 'Em All of Metallica, because Dave Mustaine wrote it. But we can say that this is not like Peace Sells or like Rust in Peace. Next, I will put So Far, So Good, So What? A very good also album, with songs as Into the Lungs of Hell, Set the World of Fire, Mary Jane, In My Darkest Hour, that Dave Mustaine wrote this song in memory of Cliff Burton of Metallica, Hook in Mouth, a very good album. And now the 5 last albums, that all of them they are very good. In the 5th place I will put Euthanasia, a very good album. In the 4th place, their last album, the 15th album, Dystopia. Dystopia, that here Megadeth became what we know, what we expected for them for so many years. It's like they came back in the years of Rust in Peace. A very good album. In the 3rd place, I will put 4th album. Yes, their 4th album, and many people they will prefer it as their favorite album, and I understand them. Rust in Peace. And if someone asks from where I can start to listen to Megadeth, I will say to him, start from this album, okay? But I put it in this 3rd place because of the 2 albums that came afterwards. In the 2nd place, their 2nd album, Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? A very good thrashy album. And the last album, my favorite album, of course, Countdown to Extinction. For me, this is the top of Megadeth. From Israel, from Jerusalem, stay metal and stay heavy.